I'm sorry. I ended that. I did. I hit the wrong button. Let me try this again. Hold on. Now, here we go. All right. Hopefully I didn't lose you. Oh, I hope you found me. All right. All right. So let me turn this down just a little bit. Now, here we go. Thanks for making that transition with me. Oh, I hope I didn't lose you. Yeah, I may have lost some of you. All right. I think we've got somebody back now. So, if you're watching live, thank you for doing that. I know that I ended my broadcast and I didn't mean to do that. So hopefully you found your way back, and we're going to continue on with this. This is the album that I'll be using for Christian's ABC book. And this is the front page that I've already done. So we start with just telling what it is. And then we're going to go to a double page for the A page. So I'm going to set the book aside and bring out the elements that I want to use on these two pages. So this paper that I'm using is from the Country Woods collection. And I think I'm gonna do it this way. I started out just with some scraps that I found, and a lot of times I will do that. I will start with scraps and try to use up some of my random pieces. And that's what I did here. I found this. I found these. And I thought, you know, I can use those. So I'm going to open up some ink and get a blender brush. And I'm going to rough these up just a little bit so they'll show up on the paper a little bit better. There's that one. All right. And here's this one. So if you're watching me live, I would love to know that you're watching. Would you just put in a comment, say hi, and tell me that you're here? I would love to know that. All right. I can see your comments. So I think I'm going to do it like this and like this. And you'll notice that this piece doesn't go all the way across, and that's because it's a scrap. And that's all right. You probably thought I did it on purpose. All right, here we go. So I'm going to get those adhered down before we get to the layout, the actual layout. So let me get this. Let me get this one down. Let me get this piece down. Right in the middle. And then I'm going to put this one on top of it. And I think I need to trim this one a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to put this right on top of it. And I'll trim it. Let me move that up just a tad. There we go. I'll get that one trimmed. And get this one down. And so the only consistent thing throughout the ABC book is going to be the alphabet letter. I'll use the same color cardstock for the alphabet letter. Let me make sure I've got that. Well, I think I wanted that side up. I'll use the same cardstock throughout the album, but the rest of it will be different. Every page will be different. All right, now we've got that part done. And I will also cut a circle out of a coordinating paper to put the alphabet letter on. So here is my A. I think I want it over here. I think I want it to be the first thing they see. And then here is my Bible verse. No, oh, I had another one, this one. Ask and it will be given to you. So I wanted that to be my Bible verse. I had done a couple of them, but that's the one I liked the best. Ask and it will be given to you. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Oh, yay! So my grandson and my daughter are watching, and this is his ABC book. So he is going to get a sneak peek into his ABC album. He won't see all of it, but he is going to get a sneak peek into it. Great, I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry if I lost you earlier. I accidentally cut off my video, which sometimes happens when you're doing live stuff. All right, so I'm going to put the A down, and I'm just using my little fine tip glue. And I'm going to put the A on my circle, and then, whoops, now my fingers are sticky. And then I'm going to put my circle down. All right. It's going to go right there. So now we have the setup for our A page. So the pictures that I found that I could use, here is an alligator, and don't tell me if it's really a crocodile. Because we're going to call it an alligator. Hi, Kay. Good morning. All right. And then this is a picture at the airport. And if you're at the airport, you've got to have an airplane, right? So I'm not sure how these are going to go down yet. I'm thinking this is going to go there. And maybe this right here. You know, I think I can cut a little bit off the airport. Hold on. And that will move this over just a little bit. And I won't. And I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom of this one. Make these pictures fit. So I didn't lose any part of the alligator. And maybe we can had the airplane taking off from the airport like that. And then I have angels, snow angels, but we're going to, I'm going to do it this way. Now this one you probably don't see as well, but the angel is there and he'll be able to see it when he looks at his book. So this is him with his, and there's snow. They had like a 7-inch snow this year, this winter. And so the kids got to play in the snow, which was a lot of fun. All right, and now Christian's Baba plays the accordion. And so I found an accordion sticker. And so I thought, let's see. I've got some acorns here. I'm going to put the acorns right down here. I also have an armadillo. And I want to put the armadillo right there. So maybe the accordion, let's see. Maybe the accordion can go right here. And then I have a sticker that says all boy. And I'm going to put it right there. So there's 3 acorns. All right. I also have an apple that I could stamp somewhere. But I really don't have a place for it. So, this is how we're going to do it. So I'm going to get the pictures down first. So I'm going to put this snow angel first. Okay. And I'm going to leave this so I can see it. And put this one right there. There it is. Get it down there, and then this one on top. Well, let me grab my little acrylic thing to get my glue going. Okay. Now we're going to put this one right there. And our all boy sticker is going to go right there. And our armadillo, at first I called it an aardvark, and I got to looking up, and it wasn't an aardvark, it's an armadillo. But I'm glad it was just still an A word. Yay. I actually had to add the tail, and that's why I thought it was an aardvark, because there wasn't a tail on it, but it looks a whole lot more like an armadillo, and I added the tail, which finished it off. All right, so I've already got that down. I'll put this picture down next because it's underneath. This picture was taken just a few weeks ago when I made a trip to Baton Rouge to go with my daughter and the grandkids to a tournament in Memphis. And you know what? I need this one down first. And they took me to the airport, and we took the airport picture. So it was perfect. Perfect. All right, this one's going to go right down here. I don't know where this was taken, but it works perfect for the A page. All right, now we're going to do this. Get it on the page. There we go. Leave room for the accordion. It's a sticker. Right there. I didn't have a picture of Christian and his grandpa, his Baba, playing the accordion, or I would have put that in. But I did have the accordion sticker, so I was glad for that. Okay, get some. So how's it going? Yeah. Well, I have a picture of Baba playing the accordion, but yeah, I didn't have one of Baba and Christian. I think I have one of Will playing the accordion, but anyway, that works. It works. All right, and so I still need my airplane. Let me see where I can put it. Move this down just a little bit, and we'll put it right there. There goes the airplane. Now you see, of course, the time-consuming part of this is finding all the parts and pieces, finding all of the stickers and the pictures, and there we go. How's that? I'm just wondering if the accordion, I'm glad it's not super sticky, if it would go right there instead. Maybe so. That looked a little crowded right there. All right, so this time I'm going to put some glue on the back. Yay, Christian! I'm so thrilled to finally have time to do this. An alligator farm. All right, but that's not a real alligator, right? Please tell me that's not a real alligator. But I'm glad it's not a crocodile. I'm glad it's an alligator. I looked at that and I thought, well, I guess I could look up the difference between a crocodile and an alligator and know for sure, but I thought, who's going to care? All right, so this is going to be the next page, next set of pages in Christian's ABC book. That will go right there. And this will go right here. They won't, every letter will not be a 2-page layout, but there are some of them that you just have to have 2 pages. There we go. We are started with Christian's ABC book, and we have our first pages done. All right, you know, I think I had a picture of somebody holding the baby alligator. Maybe it was Christian, but this one was just so much more obvious. I loved that. All right, that's it. That's a short one, but you know, when you do a scrapbook layout, you have to have things together pretty much. You can't be rummaging through. So this will be the next page, and let's see, I already have my papers selected and my photos selected and the Bible verse. This is the B page, and the Bible verse is believe in the Lord Jesus. Believe in the Lord Jesus. So I'll be putting this one together in the near future, but I will be demonstrating a couple more pages as I go. So I'll let you know when the next scrapbook layout is going to be. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching. And next Thursday, we will be doing a fun card together. So, Tori and Christian, I'm so glad y'all got to be on and see a part of this. And Kay, love you, and we'll talk to you later. So if you're watching this if you're watching the replay, then thank you for doing that. Thank you for those YouTube followers that watch it on YouTube. I'll be putting it on YouTube here in just a minute. So thank you for watching the YouTube video, and let me know. And if you have any questions about the ABC book, feel free to ask. Thank you, and God bless, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.